Lord have mercy. Where do I even begin? Guys, listen, every time I ask you, where do I begin? It's because I am overwhelmed. There is just too many things happening in the house. One drama is happening here. It's not over. There's another one happening here. And so it's like a burning bush, right? It begins from here and then it spreads like wildfire. And everywhere is just exploding at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. Tonight, Big Brother set up a welcome dinner to the 10 over 10 housemates. And right from inside the arena, it's been one drama or the other, one insane conversation to another. A lot happened. There was also a game that Big Brother introduced to the housemates, you know, to appreciate one another in their own unique way using objects. And ladies and gentlemen, it was quite interesting how some people did not even get any appreciation at all, but some people bagged up to, I think, even 4 or 5 appreciation items. Now, that wasn't the only thing. Aside the game, after the dinner, there was another series of emotionally charged conversations. These housemates were in their feelings. Some were crying profusely, like somebody had actually flogged them, like properly beat them up. Others were fighting and bickering. 2 fights happened. And guys, as at the time of this video, I'm talking about just 2 fights, yes. After you see this video, I don't know if there's going to be another fight, but okay, when I say fight, I'm talking about disagreements, altercations. You know how we call those things fight in the Big Brother universe, right? But there's been 2 fights already, and it's not even a joke. It's actually serious. So on this video, I'm going to try as much as possible to fill you all in on all of these juicy details. Before we get right into it, you're all specially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Without further ado, we quickly dive right into the video. Now, first things first, the housemates looked regal. All of them looked stunning. They all looked so resplendent, and you know, it kind of gave us a glimpse into what the pool party and the Saturday night party is going to be looking like this weekend. And guys, I cannot wait. My anticipation is on 100 years, and Big Brother really put his foot on this one because it went all out, you know, to decorate the arena, to set before the housemates a sumptuous buffet, a banquet. It was beautiful. It was loaded. There was a lot of food and drinks to go around, and the housemates were super excited because they needed that breather, you know, to just unwind for a moment. Moving on to the conversations. First, we begin with the conversation between Sabrina and Otega. Ladies and gentlemen, these two seems to be so proud of themselves that they had a go at Ivata earlier today. Yeah. Otega was telling Sabrina that he loves the chaos. The show is about entertainment and they're bringing drama, so he enjoys it, he likes it, and it should keep on going like that. Sabrina, on the other hand, is saying that she now understands why Sultana has issues with Ivata, that before she did not want to insert herself in their rift, but now she does not care, blah, blah, blah. So whilst they were sitting down and giving each other a pat on the back, you know, not literally now, I was just laughing because I'm like, these two think they are so smart. Like, they think they're the smartest people in the house. But what they do not realize is they are both puppets, pawns in Sultana's game of chess. Sultana, by virtue of that midnight gossip they had, has literally mobilized them and is weaponizing them now to fight a fight against Ivata. And without even realizing it, these people have been manipulated to become sworn enemies with Ivata. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I just want to give accolades to Sultana for her master strategy, because all these things are happening and she's just sitting down and watching, and she's proud of herself as well. And I'm really proud of her because at the end of the day, it's a game and you need to play this game like your life depends on it. Okay, fine. The money depends on it. But anyways, moving on to the next conversation. This one was between Kola, Kocho, and Kai Kumi. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just one assignment for Ebuka come this Sunday. Ebuka, please, for what it's worth, help us to ask Kola why he is so obsessed with Day Day. Because yes, once again, it was about Day Day. This guy took this conversation to these two people and was telling them that, oh, Day Day is full of herself, that he thinks she's lying about having a relationship on the outside, that he feels like she's two-faced, da-da-da-da. That hug that Day Day did not give him, it's still paining this guy. Now, they were trying to psychoanalyze Day Day. Culture says he feels like Day Day is trying to set up all the guys, you know, to be chasing after her, and then they'll be proving themselves one by one, and then she will now observe and then now pick the one she likes. What's his name? Kai Kumi, on the other hand, was just laughing, and he was whispering to the guys, and apparently there's a plan among some of these guys, and it seems like they're trying to humble Day Day and some other females. Guys, I do not have the entire details of the plans yet because it has not been fully revealed on camera, but the moment it gets out, you'll be the first to learn, all right? But guys, I just felt so tired suddenly listening to Kola because the guy looked so pained, and it's like, you know what they say about a woman scorned? It's like Kola is a man scorned. And it's so funny. But anyways, there was also this other conversation between Isabella and Kai Kumi. Isabella was asking Kai Kumi what the situation was between them and him as well, and other people. Now, Kai Kumi said that he's talking to other people now. He's trying to connect with more people, and he's attracted to her and also attracted to someone else. But that doesn't mean he's not going to continue sharing beds with her. They've been sleeping together in the same bed. Isabella said that would not work with her, that he needs to make up his mind. You cannot be sleeping in my bed and you're attracted to me and someone else, and then you're still fraternizing with other girls. So you need to make up your mind. If you want to continue getting attracted to other people, you can go do whatever you want to do, but you're not going to be sleeping in my bed anymore. And that is the end of the conversation. So she walked out on him, and the guy was laughing. But Isabella was not having it funny. She was crying. She literally cried to Thelma. Like, she was crying profusely. The tears were falling, like pouring, and she was trying to use tissue to clean off her tears. And she was actually alluding to her scar, which she literally tells everybody about anyways. And she said the same thing to Kai Kumi actually in their conversation, that she's not a pick-me, and she's not going to be chasing after him or be waiting for him to choose her if he decides he's no longer attracted to the other girl. So he needs to make up his mind. So she was crying to Thelma that it seems like that's the situation the guy wants to put her. The same situation his ex had actually put her in, that had resulted in his ex's baby mama coming to fight her and cut her with her blade to give her a scar. So, according to her, she's not going to put herself in that situation anymore. And she was really crying. As she was crying, she started spilling some very, very juicy tea. Now, guys, as she was crying, she started spilling some juicy tea. And that was where she told Thelma that just on, was it Sunday night, that the guy almost fingered her. Yeah, he almost inserted his finger in her. That she had to refuse him. That imagine he had actually done that, what would have happened? And I'm like, child, Jesus. How did he get to that point? Didn't the guys just get into Big Brother's mansion on Sunday? So how? Or was it Sunday night? Or was it like, no, it was on Sunday night. Because it was even Monday night, you know, yesterday, that Rude Boy was telling the gossip gang that he had heard them doing stuff. Hey! Is that not the guy that they... Hey, wahala. Guys, insane. I found it unbelievable. And the cameras too, they had to quickly run away from that gist because it was embarrassing. It was. And the fact that she was crying, I mean, the crying part, yeah, we understand. It's drama because even before the dinner started, she was telling, was it Otega or someone else, that the show needs content, the show needs drama. So I understood that was why she was having that conversation with Kai and Kumi, because for her, it was all about the strategy, the content. Even the tears too. I think it was part of the content. It was just funny to me. But anyways, guys, another funny thing that happened was that during Big Brother's game, Kai and Kumi had actually given her a roll of tissue. And he had said something. He had said that he's giving her this tissue because no matter what people say about her, she does not give an F, because tissue is used to clean up shit and whatnot. So this tissue represents our attitude of not giving an actual fuck about anybody. And everybody was clapping. But me, I was looking at that tissue with a third eye. And I was telling myself that, Bbnaija, Shebi, as much as they use tissue to wipe the ass, they also use tissue to wipe tears. And it's looking like Kai and Kumi wants to play with Isabella. So him giving her the tissue, don't you think that the significance right there is you will cry blood? So this tissue is for you to prepare yourself to wipe away your tears, because I will make you cry in this house. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Am I overthinking this thing? Or do you guys see where I'm coming from? Moving on. The next conversation was between Sabrina and Kocho. I don't know what they were talking about, but she was trying to explain comparisons about what people were wearing or whatnot. I don't know the context of the conversation, but then she was in a bragging element. Ladies and gentlemen, since Sabrina stepped into Big Brother's mansion, she has been on this very high horse of bragging about all of her achievements, bragging about her dual nationality or her triple nationality, bragging about everything. I'm royalty, I'm this, I sleep in luxury, I breathe luxury, I see luxury, I smell luxury, I lay on luxury. Everything is luxury. Today also, she was talking about how her 3 pairs of designer shoes have been stolen. Guys, Sabrina is in another universe, inside Big Brother's universe, because once again, she was bragging about, comparisons, Also, so she was saying that, oh, who can they compare what she's wearing with? Oh, it's Big Soso that, and it's even funny because on a normal day, you can't even compare Big Soso to her. And I'm like, from year to year, was that necessary? Why? But you know what? I love it for her. I mean, they say if you've got it, flaunt it. And that's exactly what she's doing. I love it for her. Anyways, now we're gonna jump Biggie's game during the dinner because it wasn't really major. Nothing crazy came out of it, yeah. So we're gonna jump it. I will talk about it maybe on another video. And then we're also gonna jump some conversations that happened after the housemates left the arena and went back into the house. There are some very important things that were said that I'm going to properly analyze on another video, right? But now fast forward to the altercation between Kayboo and Mensan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mensan was just simply provoking or maybe trying to trigger Kayboo. So we did not see exactly the beginning of the whole drama, right? But from explanations from parties that were present there, what they said happened was that, because everybody was in their feelings, some of the housemates had cried in the arena, as I mentioned before. During one of the speeches from, what's his name, Rude Boy to Koi, he had talked about his mom, how he loves his mom. He had gotten some of the housemates in their feelings, including Kayboo. So when Kayboo got into the house, he was in his feelings, he was emotional. I think he was crying or something, looking at his mom's pictures, was missing his mom. And then Mensan had made a statement which felt like it was being referred to him, Kayboo. So Kayboo had approached him and told him that, look, that thing you said, I don't like it. And Mensan was taken aback and he had corrected everything like, no, I wasn't referring to you. I was just talking. And so Kayboo, realizing his mistake, had apologized to Mensan and said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just in my feelings. I didn't hear what you said correctly. I'm sorry. And so he had walked away. But Mensan already was provoked. He was pissed. And so according to Kayboo, Mensan had gone off and was saying a lot of things and ended up calling him a bully, saying that, oh, so you want to come and bully me just like you bullied Koi the other day. And that had triggered Kayboo into tears. This guy was literally crying. Guys, our gentle giant was shedding tears. He was crying so hard, and his pain was that this is one label that he doesn't want to leave the house with. He doesn't want people inside and outside the house to see him as a bully because of his size. That he has admitted is wrong. Why would Mensan go ahead to call him a bully over an issue that had been resolved the other day? That even Coin, they're on good terms, they are friends now, they are still talking, they are playing. So why is he carrying the matter on his head? But Mensan was literally goading Kayboo, you know, making a lot of derogatory statements, saying things, and they were just going on and on against each other. And Kayboo was crying heavily, crying so much, right? And some of the girls were consoling him. There was Sultana, Sabrina, and Imisi. Imisi was being so sweet, wiping his tears. They were consoling him, and he cried and vented until he could vent no more. And ladies and gentlemen, Gloria Elijah sat down, observed, OBS'd that entire situation. And you know what I did? Yes, I had no option but to give Kayboo a standing ovation. And why, you would wonder? Ladies and gentlemen, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't know if it applies to what I'm about to say right now, but just hear me out. Listen, I felt like Kayboo shedding tears at that point in time, crying out his heart, that was the perfect thing to do. Because when you call a grown man like that is so ginormous in size, when you call him a bully, he needs to be vulnerable. He needs to melt. He needs to cry. He needs to prove to the world, in fact, show the world with a physical, realistic demonstration that it is not only people with tiny bodies that can cry. Me with a big body, me too, I can cry. Period. Because that is how the game should be played. Yes. Viewers love to be manipulated. Some viewers love to be manipulated. Some viewers don't even know the difference between who is a bully, who is a victim, who is the predator, who is the prey. They don't know. For them, what they know is their fave. So whether their fave is in the wrong or right, they don't care. So watching Kayboo crying out his heart and watching Mensan laughing like that, I felt like it just did justice to the whole situation. And in a way, it kind of helped Kayboo to show his vulnerability. That even though I am a big boy, like literally, I can also be vulnerable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just when I thought this whole drama was over, there was another explosion of altercation this time around. Very, like extremely heated altercation between Kayboo again and Mensan. And guys, as I mentioned before, Mensan continued to goad Kayboo. According to eyewitnesses, because this time around, a lot of the guys, they are actually pissed at Mensan because for the likes of Denari, they said that Mensan continued to goad Kayboo, that he had gone to the bathroom and he had said, you this guy, because you get body, one day I'll slap you in this house. So that had triggered Kayboo again. And this time around, the guy could not control himself. The likes of Otega, the head of house, Jason J, there was Sabrina, they had to hold him back because the guy was so pissed, like he literally lost it, and they were almost fighting. And you see, the camera did not show us the beginning of this second stage of their fight because it was showing other conversations downstairs. And guys, see, there's going to be another video of this other fight because there was another argument again. We're going to talk about that one, but it was crazy. 3 people were literally trying to hold back Kayboo, but the guy was so aggravated, and Mensan was really, you know, going in for the jugular. He was even claiming that Kayboo cursed his mother, you know, insulted his mother. He brought out his mother's picture, that look at my mother, that. And at this point, Kayboo was really pissed and was even now insulting Mensan's mother. In fact, both of them, they were exchanging words, insulting their mothers. And guys, it was just really wild, to the point that Mensan was saying that you touched me, or Big Brother is seeing everything. And then Mensan was dragged downstairs by Ivata, and guys, they were just exchanging words. But thankfully, Big Brother had to call Kayboo to the diary room because, quite frankly, things was looking like it was gonna really get out of hand because Mensa was doing a whole lot to continuously provoke and goad and trigger Kayboo. Kayboo was at the brink of losing his calm. In fact, he had lost his calm, but if not for Big Brother's rules, I am very sure those guys would have been throwing punches at that point in time. Yeah, and the good thing is, everybody that was an eyewitness there, they saw things that happened and they were quite upset with Mensa. For Mensa, he maintained the stance that why would Kayboo ask him who born you? So he was not making reference to the coin matter again. That, oh, why did he ask coin and why get Lagos? That's why would he and why would Kayboo ask him now who born you? That kind of thing. So some of the guys like Denari and Kola, they've been analyzing the situation, also listening to eyewitness accounts of the like of Simi or Imisi that was actually right there when the whole thing happened. And she confirmed that Kayboo did not insult Mensan's mother. Yeah, that Mensan was just making a mountain out of a molehill, you know. And so the guys concluded that it was now very obvious that Mensa was trying to leverage on the incident, that's the bullying incident that they had accused Kayboo of the other day against Coin, you know, to make another case against Kayboo. And guys, it's wild. It's really wild. Because at this point, Kayboo has drawn the line between himself and this guy and said, listen, so long as you and I are in this house, you are in for it. You're not going to win that money. You and I, we're here. When you see me go left, I go right. There is no way or there's no room for resolution. And guys, we don't need to ever settle this issue that is currently existing between both of them. But we're going to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I should fill you all in on this first fight because there's another one. Yeah, I think 2 others actually. So I'm going to share more details about that on another video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.